Hello everyone, it's Lottie from Cancer as a Lifestyle. So this is the pantry update number 3. If you haven't seen the first and second, then I will put the link down below that you can watch it if you like. So where we left off before was I wasn't going to purchase anything else for the pantry, and that included like grains and pastas and things like that, flour, sugar, or any of that until I kind of used up whatever we had. Now, the only exception was the tomato sauce, and I believe it was canned tuna. But we did not purchase any anyway because we did not need any. So right now we're at where the pantry is semi-full. We're getting low on a lot of the regular supplies that we always use, like the grains. But otherwise, what I'm going to do next now is I'm going to go and clean it up, kind of like shelf by shelf. We have a lot of, small appliances there, like the mixers and the fryers and the popcorn machines and things like that, like everybody has. You collect these things. But there are also things there that we hardly ever use, like the juicer, the deep fryer. I don't think we've even used the deep fryer in the whole time since we bought it. So I'm going to be going through that, and I'm going to be kind of deciding, I'm not going to throw out anything. If it is in good condition, I will donate it or give it to someone who who needs one. And otherwise than that, I have also started a list of the things that I do want to keep in my pantry. Now, last year, just a little recap, we ended up stocking up our pantry, and I stocked it up with a lot of items. A lot of items that basically, we're not even using. And, I watched a lot of YouTube videos, and I don't want to say I duplicated what I was seeing in these videos, but basically I did. I kind of bought a whole bunch of stuff that almost everybody has. And I found that a lot of them we don't use, or we don't care for, or it does not agree with us. So now that we know what we do like, I want us to stock up on those items so we don't have a pantry full of things we do not use. So and also I wanted to have like a basic reorganization of the pantry. We did this was our first time. And I bought a lot of things that I thought that would be good for the storage containers, and I find that a lot of them I'm not. I have a lot of stuff in the pantry that I just don't think I need. So I'm going to show you some of the things that I do intend on keeping. So here are the canisters that I bought at Walmart. These actually come with different colored lids. This one is pink, and I also have the green one, and I think there's in the white one. And you can get these like I think they're like 6 or 10 in a package, and it's like under $10. I mean, you can get them. I really love them. We use them for many things. This one actually holds our breadcrumbs, and I like about them is that you can stack them up in the pantry if you have a really if you have high shelves that are, sometimes they're not perfectly, organized, which, they're not all the same dimensions. Some are really large, some are small. So for the large ones, this really works well too. Now, we use these containers for many things. We have tons of these containers. I use my craft supplies in these. I've known women, they use them for shoes. I don't do that. I've used them in my produce in my refrigerator. I use my lettuce and tomatoes and things like that. I put them in the fridge in here, and I stack them up. As you can see, I label them with what's in here. I put my grains and things in here. I think my daughter even uses them for her cake decorating kits. She puts it all inside. You can use them for a lot of things. We have our cat's toys in the container similar to this one. These are great for many things, and I love these, and I will not even if I don't use them for the pantry, I will definitely be using these for my crafts. Okay, so that's one thing that we're going to continue keeping. We have these. And another thing is my mom actually bought me a whole bunch of canning jars, but the really large ones, and I didn't know what to do with these. They actually sat in the whole kit of the whole year in my room, and I was like, well, you know what, let me see if I can put, since I started this pantry, I thought, you know what, let me see if I can fit, how much I can fit of my grains. This is a mixture of my different grains, which is, I think, barley in here, bulgur, rice, sorry for the glare, but I like to mix my grains so together, so I have like a mixture, a blend, and there's different rices in here. So I really like these. I find that I really like the see-through containers the best because I like to be able, you know, you can see what you got in here. My daughter actually likes for them to be labeled, just like this one here. This one here is labeled to what's in there. Like this one I think says what? Breadcrumbs. Now another thing that my mom has bought me from Walmart, and I thought these were really cute, and I think these are more decorative ones, are these like these where you can write on here. This is with chalk, and but I'm going to use these for the pantry. Actually, I really like the see-through containers. And here's some different ones she bought me. Let me show you. Excuse me for reaching over. Here's another one. It's very nice. I like those. And then of course they also come in larger one too. Very nice. I like using these. That's what I'm going to be doing for my pantry for a lot of things, because these are perfect, because like I've noticed that there are a lot of things that I like, but I do not need a whole quantity of, because of the fact that it doesn't agree with me. For instance, like mixed nuts. Last year I think I bought a package of every nut out there, and I found that I cannot eat too many nuts because I will have a reaction. But I can use them. I can use them to cook. I can use them as flavoring for things like oatmeal and all, and I'll be okay. But just to snack on and eat like, that does not agree with me well. Now another big containers that I intend on keeping are the ones for our flour and sugar, and I'm have to reach down to get this one. Oh my goodness. So here's one of these containers that we have. It's pretty big. It's got a nice snap to them. You can see it's a see-through also. We usually buy, this one is for our flour, so it looks, you can see the flour. It's actually not dirty, it's just the flour inside. We have one for the flour and we have one for the sugar. And excuse me, let me put it down. Now we do a lot of our own baking, for instance, for pancakes and waffles and biscuits and things like that. We don't use box. We just make our own, or crepes or whatever. So we use flour quite a bit, and you can get like a 25-pound bag of flour at Costco for just, I mean, what a saving it is. I'm not exactly sure if it was $8 something or $9 for that 25-pound bag of flour. And it's the same thing with the sugar. Now, this 25-pound bag of flour, I think we buy twice a year. That's about what we go through. But like I said, we use flour for everything. We make our own, you know, like I said, pancakes, waffles, and biscuits, and baking, and cakes, and for flavoring our food, you know, like gravies and things like that. The sugar, it's going on, I swear, I think it's like another 25-pound bag of sugar you can get also for like $10 or so at. Now I could be a little bit, it could be a little bit higher or lower. I don't want to be, I forgot when I was at Costco to check the prices, but it is just like that, and it fills up the container. Now we do not use a lot of sugar, but it's a great saving. And that bag, actually, I don't think we bought, I think it's going about 10 months and we have not needed to buy any. The only problem that I have with that kind of container and storing that much sugar is that I've noticed that now, after almost, like I said, it's like 10 months or so, it's starting to clump in certain areas. But I wonder if that's because when we would take out sugar, we didn't seal it good. and the air got in and kind of clumped it. But if maybe you have some ideas on how to keep it from, prevent it from clumping, then please comment below and let me know. And because I do want to continue buying the bulk packing of sugar, even though we do not use a lot of sugar at all. That 25-pound bag lasts us a very long time. Like I said, it's been almost 10 months. Now we also use these big containers to store our cat food and our cat litter, and it works out really good. I do not like any kind of bags or anything to be, once I rip it open, I don't like it to be, you know, where we're rolling it up, and I don't like it to be just laying there open like that. I like to put it in some kind of a container. So that's my next goal. The next time you will see, I will do an update on my pantry. I've started making a list of what I do want to purchase, and I've also been kind of looking around when I go shopping, what are the prices out there for what I'm looking for, where I can maybe get the best deal. And it's not just about the price of it. I also look at how much I'm getting in the bag, things like that. So I really like the bulk packing, but also, like I said, there's a couple items that I'll be purchasing that I will not be buying a lot of because of the fact that I can't have, I don't want it too much. I don't want it to go to waste. So that's our next project, will be to kind of continue on with my list. I will clean out each shelf at a time and kind of get rid of whatever I don't need anymore. Like I said, a juicer we haven't used in years, and deep fryer we have never used to begin with. There's a lot of items like that in our pantry that we need to go through, and then I'm going to start lining them up and filling it up. I wish I could show you my pantry right now, but it's so dark in there, and I don't know if it will come out really good. I have to kind of experiment. Maybe I'll put in more lighting when I'm done, and I'll show you how nicely it will look, kind of organized. And that is the whole goal, is I want to keep food in there that we will use, that it's not going to sit there and just go to waste. I didn't want to do that. And I still will continue mixing my grains. I found that I really like that because, for instance, when I showed you my mixed grains, I do the same thing with my beans. I find that there are a lot of beans and a lot of grains that I don't care for individually, but I like it when it's a mixture. So you get a little bit of everything. And it's the same thing with beans. I may not like lima beans. I may not like, red kidney beans, but when you combine it all together, you only get a little bit of each one, and that actually is okay. So I think that's about it I wanted to show you from my pantry update now. And yes, I'm going to have to get rolling now that spring is just in a few days away. It's getting lighter sooner, usually by 7, you get the light out already, and more sun out there, so we will be able to get us more energized and get this done. So this is another one of my projects for this year, for that purge of kind of like cleaning up and being able to only have things that you need. You don't want to have an excessive amount of materialistic things. So another thing for the future, I would also like to be able to be canning a couple things like tomato sauce. I really would like that. Because we use a lot of our own tomato sauce for many things, for soups, for sauces, for pastas, for, you can, we really enjoy, especially homegrown tomatoes. So when the market comes out here, the farmer's market, we can purchase by the bushel. That would be awesome if I could make my own tomato sauce and have it on hand for the year. And another thing that I am looking forward to experimenting is that I've seen it on Homesteading Tessie, that she dehydrates a lot of vegetables, and she puts it into mixtures like medleys. And I like medleys, right? Look at my grain. And I think I've seen her do something like dry mushrooms and bell peppers and onions together and put it all in one jar. And I like that kind of stuff. So I think that would be a little different to add to whatever dish you're making. So anyway, Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Thumbs up if you like the video, and please let me know if you have any tips on keeping my sugar from clumping. I do want to still continue with the bulk, but I think it might be that I didn't, seal my container a lot better. I just, kind of, you lift up the lid, you take your sugar, and you just close it, and you don't really seal it. So I wonder if that was the cause of it. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye-bye.